In today's video, not only we will make my most favorite text washi tape, but I also will show you how to use it in the project, we will make the project, and how to create your very own gorgeous focal point. Let's grab some tools, let's get those things, and let's make the washi tape. We will need baking paper as our base, so we can glue down the masking tape on top of that. Choose whatever width you like. I have thicker and thinner, and I like both of these. Then we need some ink and plenty of different stamps, and let's start stamping. I'm using the permanent ink because it's the best one when it comes to mixed media projects or journaling. The ink won't run. You can use any stamps you have, the wooden one, the cling film, it doesn't really matter. Whatever you have in your stash, best would be some images and some text, of course. Bigger, smaller, whatever it feels, and just fill in the spots in between. Then the next part is to grab some toilet paper roll, put some baking paper on top of it, use some masking tape to glue it together, and you're ready to roll your tape on top of that. The reason we're using baking paper is that it's not gonna stick forever, and you can unstick it again and use it on your project. Be very careful, because if you won't be putting your tape properly, you may stick one on top of another and it will be difficult to unglue it, unstick it again. But it's pretty easy, and I'm pretty sure you can do it. I think it's a great way to use your masking tape. It's an inexpensive tool. You can also have a great use of your stamps, and you can use colorful inks if you have them permanent. You can use whatever you like. In the next videos upcoming, we will be making the colorful one masking tape. At the end of this video, you can see the sneak peek, so watch till the end. And also at the end, we will make the project, so please stay tuned for the focal point drawing, painting, and also for making the whole project and how I'm using those tapes. I think it's a great idea. Look at them, so pretty, absolutely gorgeousness. We will be making some tag. Now I do have a tag that it has very funky, weird shape, but any page will work, and any sort of tag would work. And I'm just using regular pencils just to draw my shape. And if you're curious about those little flowers on the side as well, they have done the same technique. I've used the same pencils, just different drawings. And if you wish to see how it was made, I'm gonna give you the link for that video, because it's on the other channel, maremismallart. This is where I've made those tiny little tulips. I'm drawing the shape, and then I'm gonna fill this up with the watercolor. I love this technique. I called it reverse technique because instead of painting first and then doing the doodling on top, doing the shapes and shading, I'm kind of skipping that and changing the direction of the process, and I find it quite actually charming, and I love it. I think it looks gorgeous, beautiful, and I think it's just simply easier for me to have the shape and then just fill in with the color. I'm using just regular watercolors. I just squeezed some on the glassy plate, but you can color it with pencils if you like. You can color it with oil pastels, dry pastels, whatever you feel. I think it's such a phenomenal way to make your very own focal point, and I'm kind of leaning towards that, because not only I can make whatever I like, I'm learning how to draw, how to create gorgeous things, and I just enjoy that. A little bit of doodling outside of our flower, inside of the flower, and I'm using pen, and I just love it. Then fussy cut that, and there you go. The very first one, I didn't record the process, and I just was scribbling, and it worked so great. So then I thought, why didn't I record it? So I said, I'm gonna redo it. That's why we have two flowers. Now let's move on to the project. We have the masking tape, our masking washi tape, as we like to call it, as our background, and this is exactly what I have been using my original sort of washi tapes with text. I would put them in the middle of my spine of the journal pages, or I would use them as my background. I think it's a great way to fill in the pages, to bring some interest to your background, to just have easy, inexpensive way to create some fantastic backgrounds basically. And I love the text because I think it matches to pretty much everything, and also those little flowers even upside down, I find them quite interesting. It's a very simple project, very little supplies being used. Our next step is to do a little bit of background coloring, and I'm using acrylic paints, a little bit of a cream and green, and also a little bit of actually watercolor pink, the same as I have used for the flower. I'm trying to make the background matching the flower, so everything will kind of just match up with each other. Basically, they're gonna be very happy together because the background will be somehow connected to our flower. And there is nothing wrong with mixing acrylics and watercolors. As you can tell, sky is the limit. It only depends from you. Time to glue down our focal point and do a little bit of doodling. I also made sure that it's glued down properly, so that's why I have put something heavy on top, and then it's straightened as well. After that, bit of splashes. Now the text for our interesting title, and voila, the project is finished. But don't go yet, because at the end you will see those little tulips being painted. I have included a little clip of that so you can see it for yourself, and also what's coming soon on the channel, the other tapes you will be able to see in a second. A little bit of doodling on the side around the flower, just to kind of bring everything together. I love this way. I just like that this is kind of making everyone one big happy family. Of this, the page just being born like this from day one, not that I have created it. So voila, your very own focal point there, your very own washi tape, and I think it's so doable. I really hope you will try it for yourself because it's such a gorgeous idea. And here is our other project that is coming your way very, very soon, I promise you. And the final piece as well, because I've used it on the other project. And here is what's on the other channel, maremismallart. Check it out. Gorgeous little flowers. I love this technique. I absolutely enjoy and adore those flowers, and I can only tell you that I will be using those flowers for other projects coming very soon. We will be doing some teachers cards, thank you teachers cards. I've never done them before, and I think it's high time for Maremi to do some thank you teacher cards or ideas. So this year I'll hope I squeeze it and I will have time for that. I'm using a little bit of watercolors, a little bit of coloring pencils, and such a gorgeous little project. I truly enjoy that. You have done as well, because plenty of you already watched it on the other channel. Thank you so much for joining. If you're curious about more watercolor projects, the other channel has plenty already, plenty short versions, but also quite few of the long chatty videos with the techniques and explanations, something you will totally love. I'm gonna wrap up at that, my beautiful friends. Let me know if you like this type of video, and more will be coming soon, I promise. Have a beautiful day. I love you loads. I miss you already, but I will be back. See you soon. Chat to you. Bye bye.